So let's begin with Savasana.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to start by trying it out on you, and then you'll give me adjustments and give me feedback.
Okay.
So lay down on your back.
I wanted to say the reason why I haven't been doing Savasana adjustments, because I have like a guided relaxation that I do.
Right.
And so I want to be able to do the adjustments right when Savasana starts, but I'm talking, and then by the time I finish talking, I feel like it's like disruptive to then.
Okay. It's not disruptive.
Okay.
You just don't pick the person that looks
The most.
like they'll get, or like that would be disturbed by it. And like any adjustment you make, who's the priority? So if you see someone laying down and their shoulders are up to their ears, they're going to appreciate that adjustment.
Yeah.
If you see someone who can't settle down, they'll appreciate an adjustment.
Yeah.
Also, a good practice is to give adjustments while you're talking, right? But that's practice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So lay down
It's
on
the
your back.
perfection. It's like I don't want to do something until I'm perfect at it, but unless I start doing
The only way you're going to get it is by
I
doing it, right? Okay. All right. So remember that everyone's bodies are different. So all these adjustments I'm doing may not be for everyone. This one I'm going to do right now would actually be good for your body. Well, let's just feel it. Okay. So grabbing onto the ankles. And these are all the physical adjustments, not any of the craniosacral adjustments.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can actually do one leg at a time. And the thing about this one is that you kind of want to pull hard. Now, here's just my question. As I pull you, does that feel like a lot?
Yeah, but in a good way. Like,
Okay. Because I am putting a lot of pressure in there. Okay.
Amazing.
Okay, now I'm pulling you still as I draw you down. Does your right leg feel any longer than your left? Okay, that's good news. Okay. So now let's even it out. And notice that I'm breathing right now.
And you're externally rotating?
Yeah. For your body.
Okay.
For someone else's body, maybe not so much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And even if you wouldn't have had like an energetic training, we're always paying attention to who wants to be touched, you know, because I'm gonna, you just pay attention to their field a little bit, and some people won't even know that you're going in, so you don't need to be that subtle. Other people are gonna be really sensitive, where they can feel you coming in, and there's a little bit of a negotiation with the field. Does that make sense? I don't usually talk about this stuff while I'm teaching, but it's stuff that can make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the best adjustment I know for the shoulders. So a lot of people just put the hands right on the shoulders and press down.
Yeah.
That hurts my shoulders. I've never gotten anything out of it. That's not to say it might work for somebody, but here's the one that is pretty juicy. So if their arms, sometimes people have their arms really close.
Yeah.
So you move. And one way to let people know that you're coming in is to breathe. So, you know, and it sounds kind of weird, but if it's doing Shavasana, like especially if it's quiet, and you can also say to someone like, "Are you okay? You know, can I give you an adjustment?"
Yeah.
That's totally fine. You know, I've never had someone during Shavasana say, "No, don't touch me." Okay, so you know, you can ask. Okay. So bringing the hand underneath the shoulder, and just start to breathe into your shoulder. So you want to feel the person's. You can feel how your shoulder just settled down. Perfect. And as a teacher, you're also breathing as well. So this is how we make a connection. Now my hand is here. Inhale into shoulder. Exhale. Now I'm dragging your shoulder down, and then I'm taking my hand not right on your wrist, but above it, and I'm just tractioning out a little bit. Now you can feel right now the difference between your shoulders, right?
It feels so good.
Yeah, so it's like this is significantly different, right? So no one would be upset if you did this adjustment.
No.
Let's do the other side. All right, so also the other thing is that if you don't feel like asking someone to breathe, just start to match your breath with theirs, because we're talking all the time without using words. Okay. So notice how I soften my hands here. So I'm giving myself time to connect to you. And exhale. Oh, you got some stuff going on that one. Okay, there we go. Yeah. How does that feel?
Like I want to stay in Shavasana.
Awesome. Now, one thing I do want to tell you, for your body, it's not going to be as much of an issue. But sometimes when we do that adjustment, it makes more of a curve in the low back.
Yeah.
Because
I can feel that.
But we actually, for your body, we want that because you have less of a curve. Yeah. So part of your play is to get more of that curve. Yeah. If someone has more of a sway back, though, then you may want to grab their ankles and just, I'm just going to do it delicately, just traction it out a little bit. But not so much that you lose that. So you could even say to someone, especially if it's pretty significant, just draw your tailbone down. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. And do you want to know the neck?
I did just want to ask that one. I really don't want to move.
Because I can work on you.
Yeah. Just that one, and I know it's a cranial hold.
Okay. So there's two options. One would be a non-cranial adjustment, and that would just be putting your hands. I mean, I can't help but do cranial, okay? And because you know cranial, it's nice to do this. If someone's neck sensitive, you wouldn't want to actually manipulate. Like, we're not chiropractors, right? So because you're so sensitive in this way, right? This is actually like how your body wants to move, right? So let me just do the energetic one first. There we go. And then I can do... So, and you can feel like I'm not touching you right now, but there's stuff here. Yeah. And it's honoring your sensitivity and allowing your sensitivity also to honor other people's sensitivity, because your students will appreciate that. Okay. And you can always feel in the hands. Obviously, I'm picking up on a few different levels. So if I go physical, I can just feel where there's congestion in your neck. And okay, now I'm just going to move your head just a little bit. Okay. So my fingers are right in the base of your skull. You can feel that right there, right? And what's nice about this is that it's softening your cranial base, which when it gets tight, in my opinion, kind of gets that fight or flight anxiety feeling. And you could just stay with someone like, I'm just going to stay with you for a second. Remember that you have a system that is sensitive, and that as there's a dog, it's gonna touch you.
Cat, you're being so.
I always lick my students. And as out of line you can get quickly back in line.
I knew I was out of line. Only now I realise how much.
But remember, you can quickly bring yourself back into line.
Yeah, I can't
right?
believe
You
how
feel
I
the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh my gosh. Because I've been feeling that my energy really frenetic.
So remember, you can do this with students. Put your hands on them, you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Want to try it on me?
Well, yes.
And you can even, if it feels appropriate, you can practice cranial on me.
Okay.
Okay. The truth of the matter is, we all kind of find our own ways.
Yeah.
And you just want to make sure whatever kind of adjustment you're giving, you're not straining yourself, so you're
Yeah.
always in good ergonomics. I feel like you could, you know, I got big legs, you could pull harder.
Wow, that is
Yeah, like even harder. Don't be scared. Like, I actually was working hard.
like that?
Yeah, even more.
Oh God,
Yeah,
I would
like, that's
never. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you could go more, but that's good. Well, it was really nice and gentle. Like, there was nothing reactive in my system's really sensitive.
Yeah.
There was nothing reactive in the
Okay.
system. That felt really nice.
Okay.
And for sure, my right leg is definitely longer.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That much pressure?
More. That's good. And you can see how my shoulders have gone up from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, can I just take a moment?
Yeah,
to...
totally. I always stand, I mean, for some people that could feel invasive.
Like that.
But yeah. You know, it's just,
It is the best way.
yeah.
Isn't it?
So I feel okay with this. There will be some students that won't feel okay.
Yeah.
But just for the sake of right now, do it this
Yeah.
way.
Okay, so this one I remember during the training I was.
Yeah.
So this
Mm-hmm.
hand just comes under.
Yeah,
like
and you want to
that.
hold my scapula. And then I'm just going to pretend to not be settled. So just wait for
Okay.
me to
Yeah.
settle down. And you might have students who like open their eyes and stare at you, you know, and like.
So what do you do?
Then you
in
say
that
like,
situation?
first you say, is it okay? Is it okay if I adjust you? You know, because they might be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then you can just say, okay, start to breathe. You know, because you might have someone where it's their 5th yoga class.
Yeah.
You know, you just say, okay, breathe into your shoulder.
Yeah.
And then they'll settle down. And
Yeah.
if they say, no, don't touch me, you just release your hand.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, cool. Yeah.
So you might say you should begin to breathe into the right shoulder.
Yeah.
And then this hand like here. Okay. And so take a deep inhale.
Yeah, now one extra little move
Yeah.
is you could actually traction my arm out a little bit. So you it's like a 2-step maneuver. So you draw the
so can
shoulder
I
blade
just do
down,
it?
yeah.
Okay, so it's sorry.
And that was nice and gentle.
Okay. And this hand
Yeah, you
moves
could even
down.
yeah, that feels good.
Okay.
Yeah. And especially imagine you've got like a guy or a girl
Yeah.
where there's so much like they have a lot of upper body strength. It feels good to kind of just traction out this
Yeah.
stuff.
So
You know?
so you're moving and then the left hand kind of
Yeah.
moves down.
And you could even make it like more of as long as it doesn't feel sketchy,
Yeah.
you could almost like kind of follow the whole arm and pull it down.
Yeah,
You know, it like a massage move, you know, as long as it doesn't feel sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the other side. So you can
Okay.
see the difference,
yeah,
right?
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and you'll see that it doesn't just bring the shoulder down, but it widens.
Yeah.
And that little tug feels good, just so you know.
Yeah, probably not ideal to wear rings.
Yeah, I didn't notice it, but I don't wear rings.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and if they don't match up, you can make it match up. But it depends if someone has scoliosis and other stuff going on. Right.
And in terms of
for me, you could I would almost lengthen my tailbone down.
Okay. So
just
I could just
because,
give that instruction.
Yeah. Because I find that if I ever grab the legs, I lose the shoulders.
Yeah.
You know? Do my neck.
Okay.
So one thing you could do is just massage tension. Who doesn't love a neck massage?
Yeah.
So if you have that skill, just massaging, because the back of the neck and the sides of the neck get really tight.
So kind of like in...
Yeah, use your hands to feel. Like I could feel the sides of your neck. It feels awesome, by the way. Like I feel it through the sides of my neck to my ears. It's always finding students that you feel comfortable with and know that they're okay with being touched. But if I was in Savasana right now and someone just did this for a while, I would not be complaining.
Okay.
I would almost have you go slower though, because it's like you're getting all these little juicy places.
And the base of the skull is
Up a little higher. Now, imagine it's almost like you could, because it's the whole base, right, that goes from the left to the right.
Yeah.
And then you could go all the way in, and it's almost like you want to dig, just for the heck of it right now, because I'm your guinea pig. Dig your fingers in there.
Like there?
Yeah. Almost like you could, even more. Now, can you feel where my muscles are tighter? Because you can actually feel, because I've got a nice tight neck, you can actually feel where it's tight. Do you feel that? Okay.
Yeah.
So wherever you feel tension, depending on how someone's wired, you can either put your finger there and give a little massage, almost like acupressure, or you could do more of a Cranial thing. So why not, for you right now, I want you to practice some Cranial, even though I would love a neck massage. It would feel so good. So just practice that. And if you feel comfortable, you can even hold the back of my head. Right. And the trick with holding the head is you want to soften your hands, but have your fingertips kind of deepen the cranial base. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because remember that you want your skull bones to kind of breathe.
Yeah.
So you're reminding my head to let go. And so the back of my head, you want to keep that soft. Sides of the head, because that's the temporal bones. Yeah. You do really nice work.
This is making me want to study with you again.
You do really nice work. I just need you to hear that again.
Yeah.
You can either use intuition, but you can feel, the frontal bone is compressed.
Yeah, because that felt like, when you did that to me,
Uh-huh.
that felt like the biggest pressure relief.
Yeah, so I could tell it was compressed, but that's just from years. You have such a nice touch. You need to start practicing this a lot, okay?
Then you need to say,
Okay, like it was really nice. Like if we weren't doing this private, and if we had all the time in the world, I would have you work on me for a really long time.
I have not, since the training, I have not.
That's your homework. You need to put your hands on people.
Okay. Can you get on my case?
Yeah,
I need to just get over my issue. It's enough playing small. Because what I said is oh no, Cranial's not really fit. I mean, you could teach well.
It's so sensitive. It's just a different way to touch people.
Yeah, but I love it.
I mean, all I can say is that as teachers, we're always finding our people. And I know how sensitive I am, so I always appreciate someone who can actually feel me and read me and see me. Okay, and think about really what our relationship is. You know, when you're on the mat, it's not because I'm saying, and here's the construct of asana, right? So it's like, trust what you have.